everybody, welcome to another Rick's Picks. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figure, April O'Neil with Ying and Moja, part of the Last Ronin line of figures. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking a look at them in packaging. Then we're going to take a look at their accessories, and then I'm going to give you my final thoughts on them. So, without any further ado, roll that intro. So here she is in packaging. I love the packaging of her. So you have April on the front. You got Ying and Moja on either side of her. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Last Ronin, Lost Years, Grammy April, and NECA. Alright, when you open this up, you get to see the figure, all her accessories, and the two younger turtles. You look on this side, you get a nice picture of all of them together. Alright. Spin it around this way. You get some cool artwork there. I do like that. Come around here. Alright, you get some pictures of her and the two turtles. The Last Ronin. A little bit about them. Alright, come around to this side. Get the two turtles as turtles. The Last Ronin. And so forth. Alright, come back around to the front. On the top, you got your choking hazards, age restrictions, and The Last Ronin. And then underneath, you got your legal and skew. So, with all that being said, let's open them up and see what they're about. Alright, so here she is out of packaging. Now, the first thing we're going to do is go through her points of articulation. So, the head does move. So, there's her ponytail. Woo! Alright, get a shoulder joint with a swivel, an elbow joint, and a wrist joint. Alright, get this other arm up. Oh man, those joints are really tight. You do get some back and forth movement, but not a lot because her vest restricts a lot of movement. You also get some in the hip. You got a thigh joint with a swivel. Alright, and that just popped out of the joint. Luckily, it isn't broken. It just popped out of the joint, so it popped right back in. Thank God. Alright. You got a knee joint. Should have a swivel right here. And then an ankle joint. So everything moves pretty well with her. No real issues. Kind of was concerned when that thigh popped out of the joint. Luckily, it just went right back in. So that is a plus. Alright, let's keep these arms up. So now let's get a closer look at her. So first is the head sculpt. Let's move her back a little bit so you can see it a little bit better. You definitely got that old, beaten April O'Neil look from the Last Ronin books, which is what you would expect because she's definitely been through a lot. I'm not going to really give any comic book spoilers, but you can definitely tell that she's been through the mill a bit. Alright. So I do like the head sculpt on her. So you come down into the body, you see her necklace with the wedding ring, Casey's wedding ring. Alright. You have some gear on the front here. Looks like some sort of smock for wiping her hands off on. An oil can that doesn't come off of there. And then you even get into her legs where you can see her robotic leg and her normal foot. Come around this way. You can see some more equipment on this arm. On this part of her vest here. Alright, let's bring this arm down. Alright, so this is her, normal arm. Pretty standard. Get to the back, you can see more gear. The back side of her smock. Alright, come around here. Bring this down. You can see her cybernetic arm where it starts, opposed to the flesh, which is pretty nice. And back around to the front. So overall, she isn't a bad looking figure. Okay, so let's go through her accessories. So she comes with a couple different hands. So she has an open cybernetic hand. Right. An open normal hand. Right. A closed fist. Alright. A human fist. A wrench. Alright. And headphones. And a Walkman. Now these two parts are for the turtle Mojo, because it's Ming and Mojo, so we're going to put her aside and look at the two turtles. So here's Ming. Maybe. Doesn't want to stand for us. Alright, she's a cute little figure. I do like it. The head does move. Alright. Get a shoulder joint and a thigh joint. I don't know if she's going to survive the rotation because she's so small, but let's try it. Alright. So you get these stripes down the arms, which is nice. Alright. I do like the color scheme to the shell. I think that looks pretty cool. Alright. Back around here. And to the front. Alright. Next we got Mojo. I think I'm saying his name right. And he has all the same points of articulation, so the head does move. Get a shoulder joint here and a thigh joint. Now the headphones and all are made for him. That's supposed to go on the head, and this is supposed to clip onto his shell. Just like that. Alright, so that's him. Let's give him a little bit of a rotation. Alright. Got the shell. And back around. So the two little turtles do look pretty cool. I like the overall look to them. Now let's start getting into her accessories. So we're going to do the wrench. Alright. Alright, so there's no real play in these hands. Alright. So it looks like it should fit in here. Her hands are just really tight. There you go. And that. Alright, so the wrench does fit in that hand. It's just going to take a little bit of working. But it does fit in there. No issues. I guess we could try the other hand as well. See if it'll fit in here. Shit, actually. Just got to work it around the fingers where the issue comes in at. Ah, there we go. Okay. So that works in that hand. No issues as well. Start swapping hands around. Alright, so we going to do the open hands next. There's that. And that. So they swapped out pretty easily. No issues there. Just lost our stand. Alright. Could probably get away with not having to stand right now. Alright, so those work just as well. So everything seems to swap out pretty well with this figure. Okay, so let's get into my final thoughts with her. So first off, Her joints are a little bit tight. Did have some stiff movement in the joints. Matter of fact, her one hip actually came off. Luckily, it was not a break. It just popped out of a ball joint, and I was able to get it back in there. So that was a moment. Like I said, the joints are all stiff. You're probably going to want to use hot water or maybe heat on some of these joints just to loosen them up a little bit. As for her accessories, everything fit on and off of her pretty well. Her hand swapped out pretty easily. The wrench was a little bit of a, gizzy gooch to get it in there, but once it's there, no issues. The same with the two little turtles. All their joints work very well with them. The accessories fit on just as good on him as well. And I do like the overall look to these figures. I definitely do feel like NECA put in some really good detail on these characters. So would I recommend them? Yes, I would. I think they'd be a great addition to your Last Ronin collection. Even though they do have stiff joints, that is pretty standard for NECA figures, so that's not a big surprise to me. But overall, they do look very good. I do like the overall look to these figures. So with that being said, I want to give a shout out to everybody who makes this channel possible. First on that list is Byron Bassett and his alter ego, Humongous. They do a lot of things to help behind the scenes, and they've been a big supporter of the channel for some time now. He does have his own YouTube channel and show that he does every Sunday, so go ahead and check out his information in the description. Next on the list is Action Figure Geeks. They're a Reddit channel that also supports this channel. Go ahead and check out their information as well. And my good buddy Joe Goddard, who also just started a YouTube channel, so go ahead and check that out as well. And most of all of you, everybody who likes, shares, subscribes, become members, who comment and watch these videos all the way through. I really appreciate all of you. Without you guys, this channel wouldn't be anything. So thank you very much. I do appreciate you guys. And I would like to ask everybody to go ahead and check out my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle playlist and my membership program. Plus hit that like, share, and subscribe. They're all small clicks for you, but it really helps this channel grow. So until the next one, late.